Short recoil is an operating mechanism that was invented and patented first by John Browning and remains extremely popular today in handguns. However, it was originally used extensively also in machine guns. The basic principle of the short recoil system is that the barrel and the bolt, and in a handgun, the bolt is contained within the slide itself, these two parts are locked together. When the action begins to recoil after firing, for a short distance of travel, specifically substantially less than the overall length of the cartridge, the barrel and bolt remain locked together and travel backwards. It is only after a set amount of travel that the bolt unlocks from the barrel. So you can see here the barrel tilts down to unlock, and then the breech, the slide, retracts further. As the breech retracts all the way, the empty cartridge case is ejected, and a recoil spring then takes over to load a new cartridge into the chamber. At this point, lock the action, and then travel the last short distance forward. This is an operating system that can be paired with virtually any type of locking mechanism. For example, the Walther style one here. You can see that the barrel retracts back while locked this far. The barrel then stops. The action unlocks right there, and the slide can continue rearward. Short recoil can also be used with even more exotic types of locking system, like falling blocks. As you can see, this amount of recoil is required before the bolt disengages from the slide to retract on its own and kick out the empty cartridge. Short recoil has always been relatively rare in shoulder rifles, instead finding a home in machine guns and handguns. This is largely because the requirement to have the barrel move generally reduces the accuracy of the weapon. In a shoulder rifle, this accuracy reduction can be significant. In a light machine gun, the intention is less point accuracy than volume and controllability of fire, and in a handgun, the level of mechanical accuracy is generally does not need to be as great as in a shoulder rifle. In more recent times, machine guns have tended towards gas operating systems as development of machining and manufacturing technology has made the added complexity of gas systems less of a practical problem. In handguns, however, short recoil remains the predominant system of operation, as handgun designs are typically too small and need to be too light to be able to have all of the components required for gas operation. Short recoil is very simple and very well suited to handguns. The reduction in pure mechanical accuracy that comes from having a moving barrel, as is required for a short recoil system, does mean that handguns developed or intended specifically for maximum mechanical accuracy, which is to say dedicated target pistols, are generally not made using short recoil systems, but rather with other operating systems that allow fixed barrels. I'm Ian McCullum with Forgotten Weapons, and hopefully this has answered some of your questions about the short recoil operating system. Thanks for watching.